guys, Sarah Jane here. I just wanted to come on real quick to share a big announcement with you, but first, let's go ahead and fill you in on some updates. Alright, with just a little less than 3 months to go, there are a couple updates I wanted to let you guys know about. One, very sad to report that my daughter will not be hiking with me. It's just not the right time in her life right now, and I respect that, and I'm sure it was a very sad thing for her to tell me. I love you, Allison. I'm gonna miss you. I'm officially done purchasing all my gear for my thru hike. It has been a very fun process, and I'm gonna miss that. However, I really look forward to getting out there and just really breaking that stuff in. Another big update, I just found this out yesterday. The newspaper I work for is actually going to be holding my job for me while I'm out on trail. That's pretty amazing. I wasn't going to ask my employer to hold my job for me. I was going to be just putting my personal things in storage, hiking the trail, and just kind of going wherever the wind blows after that. Furthermore, they'll be putting together a weekly column on my progress on the trail and printing it in the paper and online, so that's pretty exciting, I think. Also, to top all that off, my employer has offered to store my personal things. I'm truly grateful and I feel completely blessed. Alright, well that's all the updates I have for now. Let's get back to that big announcement. When I thought about thru hiking the Appalachian Trail, I knew it was going to be a personal endeavor and it was going to have purpose to me. So the further I got into my planning and prepping for the thru hike, I knew I wanted to add a little bit more purpose to my hike. I wanted to announce that I was hiking for a charity, and that charity is actually very important to a good friend of mine. I'd like to introduce you to my friend, Doug Worley. Hey, there you are. Hey Doug, how you doing?
How are you?
So the charity I'll be hiking for is called Camp Amigo, the children's burn camp of North Florida. And I'm just going to have Doug talk a little bit more about it.
Hi, my name's Doug. I'm a counselor at Camp Amigo. Camp Amigo basically is a camp for burn survivors, for children that burn survivors. Started back in 2001 with 18 kids. And actually the kids were the ones that named it Camp Amigo. The camp consists of nothing but volunteers. No one is paid. The cooks, lifeguards, medical staff, counselors, all. And you volunteer? I do.
As well. How long have you been volunteering?
This will be my 11th year.
Wow.
Camp Amigo.
11 years. So every summer you're going
Every
out
summer
here?
we go out for 7 days, usually to the east coast of Florida to a state park that is handicap accessible. But every once in a while we mix it up. Like last year we came to North Carolina.
Yeah, the NOC, right?
NOC.
Yeah.
Had a great time. The kids loved it. Most of the volunteers at the camp are in the chain of recovery. Firefighters, nurses, physical therapists, teachers.
So you can actually relate to the children and help them. What is that slogan that Camp Amigo is?
Healing their burns from the inside.
Oh, I like that.
Camp Amigo was started by a firefighter. His name is Rusty Roberts. He is a lieutenant in the Tallahassee Fire Department in Florida. He started, as well as one of his good friends, Troy. Every state has at least one.
My name is Rusty Roberts. I am El Presidente of Camp Amigo. My official title is El Presidente. This is our 15th year and we took our show on the road. We went to Western North Carolina to Nantahala Outdoor Center. We have 39 kids from all over the state of Florida, about another 15 adult burn survivors that are helping us run this camp. I have firefighters from all over the state.
Tell me from your perspective, what are the children benefiting from having this camp to go to and mingle with other kids like them?
Several of the kids that I've spoken to thought that they were the only ones. They thought they were the only kid with a burn. So they're allowed to spend time with other kids, talk about how they deal with different situations, basically just be kids.
So how many kids, let's say in the beginning, how big has it grown? Like where are you guys at now versus where you were when it first started?
2001, like I said, they had 18. I think this year we had over 50.
And it's all strictly donation based.
All
and fundraisers
strictly
and
donations, fundraisers. Like I said, no one receives a paycheck from Camp Amigo.
That's amazing.
100% volunteer.
Wow.
Some of the volunteers are also burn survivors. A lot of the kids that started in 2001 are now grown and have become adults, and they in turn now volunteer as
great.
counselors. So they're second generation. I myself was when I was 3, I was burnt in a campfire. Found a campfire. Hands first, second, third degree burns on my hands and my stomach. When I was young, my hands were brown. My palms of my hands were brown from the burns. And teacher would tell me, Doug, go wash your hands. Doug, go wash your hands. And my hands, they're not dirty. So I told that story to the kids at camp. I had a little girl come up to me, and she showed me her hands and asked me if that would go away. They look like my hands did when I was a kid.
You can tell it means a lot to the impact that you have on these kids.
It's not what I do for them, it's what they do for me.
You're
Every time I think about that little girl, I get worked up.
I know there are other kids out there that have burn injuries. It may be somebody that doesn't even live in town. It could be from anywhere. I'll hook them up with my camp or somebody else's. It will make a difference in their life. A lot of times the parents don't think that they need it because they think they're dealing with it fine. I don't know any kid that hasn't benefited from camp.
Ever since I've been starting to come to this camp, I've kind of opened up, and I take my shirt off in public and stuff. I wear shorts, like I'm wearing shorts now.
This is the one thing that makes me me. I fell in love with my scars, and I walk around with shorts, and I walk around with short sleeves shirts, and I show the world that I don't care. And if a guy looks at me, I'm like, I know.
It's like my family, basically. I don't like waiting a whole year to see people. It's just too long for me.
Everybody here has shared some kind of experience. A little different for each of us, but in the end, we all understand general gist of what happened, so it doesn't really impact the interaction. They just get to be kids, sometimes more than they do back at home or school.
It's not the same. There's still something to hold on to. Something to hold on to. There's still something to hold on to. Something to hold on to. There's still something to hold on to. Something to hold on to. There's still something to hold on to.
To me personally, the most important aspect of burn camp is to watch these kids grow and to watch the changes that we had a big part of in these kids, in their growth and how they mature and how they came from one place where they may have went another way and now they're going a completely different way.
When I got
We're going to make donating rather easy. I'm going to be creating a GoFundMe account that Mr. Worley here will be,
Chairman?
Chairman. Oh.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know, what would the person be called?
The person in charge of the GoFundMe account while I'm hiking will be Doug. All right, well, Doug, I really appreciate you coming on camera with me to help me film this awesome announcement. I am very excited about hiking for this charity, and I really hope that it does make a difference at Camp Amigo.
Absolutely, it'll make a difference. Thank you so much.
Of course.
We always kind of circle up at the end of camp because a circle has no beginning and a circle has no end. It goes on.
Love my campers, love all these kids.
This was our first camp in 2009, and we look forward to many more weeks.
Short of death in the family, this week during the summer is top priority in my life. I'll see y'all next year.
15 years ago, Rusty and I and a couple other people sat around, and that was the mindset was this is a family, and everybody that's standing here right now comes from different circumstances. We have different experiences in life, but there is a really, really solid foundation with this family.
And now it's time to get on buses. I love you all.